Yeah, we are live, and if you are currently watching this video, give us a like. If you have any question, you can comment down. In order to comment, you need to subscribe. So subscribe and you'll be able to comment. I'm currently sharing the link to everyone. It is available. Yeah, let's like. Okay, let me first share this link. You can be writing this supply and demand lessons. Yeah, you can start writing supply and demand lessons and all the topics that you are seeing down below. That's what we are going to learn about today. Basically, today we are going to be focusing on liquidity, inverted V liquidity. Yeah, if I share the link to everyone right here. Be writing those links. You can pause and write the next. If you have finished, write those also. Those are the notes of supply and demand. Okay, so let's continue those currencies and that stuff. You can pause, write down. Yeah, let's go slowly by slowly. You shall finish everything. Yeah, almost finishing sharing these links down below. Okay, so if you're done, you can come. Let me see how many are watching. 22. Okay, let's go to the trading view. And basically our main effort today is to see liquidity. We shall start with liquidity. What is liquidity, and more about liquidity, as I've shown you in the lessons down below. Okay, so this is NZUSD, and we are going to first spot liquidity points. Where I'm seeing liquidity, I will mark there and show you. After, we shall see what does every liquidity point mean and how liquidity looks like. That's our first topic today. So I'm going to mark using this rectangle shaped. Yeah, remember, like and comment, subscribe also. You can share the live so that even others can gain. So I'm marking every liquidity point that I can see. There are very many because the market moves on liquidity. Where the liquidity is where the market is likely to move next. Yeah, every turn point the market used to turn is a liquidity point. Okay, like just like that. Even this, there are many more, but let's take this for the start. So every box that you are seeing here, I'm using it as liquidity. So first of all, liquidity, it is what moves the market, or it is one of the things that move the market. If the market is going to move up, there is always a reason why it is going to move up, and one of those reasons is always liquidity. So if you can see right here, this liquidity right here, the market moved up to reach here because of this liquidity. Why? Because in this liquidity, if you have ever learned any strategy in your career, you should know that in this liquidity we have a supply zone, or candles that represent that the market is going to move down. Okay, like this dodge candlestick in between right there inside. And if you go to lower time frames, you may find also bearish pin bars. So when this market moved back up here to find this liquidity, in which that liquidity there are some candles that were representing that this market will change direction after reaching liquidity. But our main purpose is to learn that the markets move this side and moves this side because of liquidity. So it moved up here because of liquidity, and now it is moving back down, reached here, then moved up again to close up this liquidity, or to put up okay. So the market stopped here, right here on Friday. This is the liquidity it left below it, and this is the liquidity it left above it. So this market will either move down and take out this liquidity, or move down. Let me use this point. It will either move from here and takes away this low of liquidity and then turns up, or it will move up like this to take away this high of liquidity, then it makes a new high above, then it retraces, and then it moves up again. So that's how the liquidity works. Yeah, there is also this liquidity even here. Everywhere you see that the market was kind of retracing, or taking time to move away from that place. That place always works as liquidity. Or when the market takes long into one place, it leaves liquidity points, and in most cases, in those points there are always turn points, there are always supply zones and demand zones, depends on the setup you got. So that's the first thing you should understand. So this works on all currencies, doesn't matter which currencies. This is NZUSD, you can check every currency, it works. The next thing you should do, we shall come back to liquidity. We are going to be passing through them. We shall come back to liquidity. Let's first also look on the what I call the chart patterns. I've been teaching about these chart patterns for some good time, but I'm going to repeat them because some of you don't know them still. Okay, so the chart patterns we have demand chart patterns, which are the rally base rally patterns, the drop base rally patterns, and those are the demand patterns. Then the supply patterns, we have the drop base drop patterns and the rally base drop patterns. Yeah, basically we are going to be looking at the first two. In the demand patterns, we shall look at the rally base rally patterns, and then in the supply patterns, we shall look at the drop base drop patterns. Yeah, so in the demand, because this is a downtrend, let's start with the supply patterns, because in the downtrends, because this is a downtrend, we shall first look at supply patterns, because in supply and demand, our rules say if we are in downtrend, we should find supply patterns or supply zones. If we are in uptrends, we should find demand patterns or demand zones. Okay, so this is a downtrend and we shall not go to find uptrends. Let's start with this downtrend. So what they call a drop base drop is, let me mark with this thing, this label called path. When the market moves below and then retraces a little bit and then moves below again, that will indicate that the market has made a drop-based drop. Why? Let me look further into this to show you what I mean. This market has dropped. Dropping means it is moving down. It has dropped, then retraced a little bit, then dropped again. So we shall expect this market to retrace into the supply zones which were made in between this retracement, and also it works as our liquidity because the market took long to move away from this space. Yeah, hope you are getting me very well. So this is drop-based drop because the market dropped and then made the retracement, which is working as our base, then dropped again. So the market will retrace to come back into the liquidity that was left, and also in the liquidity that was left there was a supply zone, which is indicated by this candle right here, this green candle right here. Yeah, it is working as our engulfing bar, bullish engulfing bar. That one, the green one and the red one, if you combine them, if you have learned about candlesticks, that is a bullish engulfing bar. So we have marked that the market will retrace from the second drop into this bullish engulfing bar, the upper candle, and then it will drop again. Okay, yeah. So in this kind of a setup, let me use this. Is it set position? Where is set position? Your entry is always right here, and then stop loss right here. You can put it right here on the zone above, but it is always not safe. You add other 5 pips above to be safe. Then TP is always on the second drop where the market started retracing, is where the TP should be. Let me do this right very well, right there. So the entry was right here, and then the TP is right there, just there. So this is 24 amount ratio 2.5, that is 2.5 to 1. That is a risk management. You are risking $1 to get $2.5. Yeah, that's it. So this is a setup that you would get in this kind of market, in a drop-based drop setup of supply and demand. Yeah, I'm going to be moving very fast, so let's look for the rally-based rally setup for the let me just put above this to say clear picture. I'm looking for an uptrend, a good uptrend. This is not good. Let me just go to another currency that is currently in an uptrend. That's the best thing to do. If you are seeing your currency, the currency you are analyzing is not in an uptrend and you need uptrend movements, I just change the currency. Okay, hope you are still watching and still on. If you have any question, you can comment down, or you can inbox me on WhatsApp to see your questions. Okay, I will check them in between this lesson and see what you have got. Okay, so let's see, there are a lot of here, but okay, let me go to the lower time frame. Let me go to 30-minute time frame. Now 15. Okay, they are right here on this move that was moving up. Okay, let me just do this. So sound. Okay, so this movement, okay, they are not very clear, but we shall spot them. Sorry. This, we shall call this our upper move or the first rally movement. Then this is a pullback or the base. Then this is the second movement. So this is the rally, or what they call the rally is when the market moves up. That is called the rally movement. If this can be the rally movement, this can be a rally movement, this can be a rally movement, this one, this, everywhere you see that the market has moved up, it can be a rally movement. But what we consider is a rally movement and then the pullback and the rally movement following the other. So our main issue, as I have told you on the drop based drop, you wait for the market to retrace back into this candles or this liquidity that was left behind. It is quite big, so this upper one, we don't consider this upper one, we consider this lower one. Why? I will tell you in the as we continue. Okay, so this is a rally movement, rally base rally. A market retraces back into this liquidity, in which the liquidity is where you find the demand zone that you should consider. A liquidity, that is what they call the bullish engulfing bar. This little candle and then the other big candle following it, engulfing it. The bullish engulfing bar, we mark the demand zone right there. The market came back, tapped into it, and then started buying. Remember, as I told you, our TP is always right here. Where? Right here, our first TP. Sorry, this is the first move. You enter from here, stop loss right there, you put it just below 5 pips from your entry, then TP, our first TP, you can put it here, right there, making it a 4 to 1 risk to reward. And also you can put above this TP to wait for the market to take away these highs. Then you can put your TP right here on these two highs right there, or you can target this candlestick or this candlestick right here and you put them above right here, because when the market is moving, it always taps into liquidity because it moves according to liquidity. So this was liquidity and the market had to come back from down to tap into this liquidity. So this can be our upper TP and this is our second TP. This is our first TP, this high right here. Stop loss right here, entry right there. Risk to reward is the key. Yeah, hope we are going right away. Let me check. Are you still there? Have some questions? Yeah, we have 28 people watching. Questions? The view is not so clear. Below, I mean the current time frame. Okay, maybe because okay, so let's continue. Yeah, if your view is not clear, you can change the they call it what, quality of the video. You can go to advanced, then you put the quality to 1080 because it's a variable. Put it to 1080, you will be seeing good pictures. Okay, yeah. So the next part is Fibonacci retracement. Yeah, Fibonacci retracement. Let me talk about that also. So let's go back to the setup that we first got on NZUSD. I think it was NZUSD. Yeah, right. It was a down setup and it is right here. So for the Fibonacci retracement, I told you in the recent lesson that I will teach about this, and I'm doing it right now. Fibonacci, it is right here. You can get it on your trading view and MetaTrader. Basically on trading view it works better on trading view. Yeah, look for it, get it. This is how it looks like on the chart, and this is how you should mark it on the chart. But for you who have never used it, it will come with long settings, so you should come to settings and look for these coordinates, put them 0, 0.7, 0.5, 0.886, 0, and then 1, then this side 0.5, 0.79. If you're on the phone, they will be, even these ones, they will be slanting down below. Just put them down below. Okay, it is okay. You can just put them down below. Doesn't matter if they are this side or this side, as long as you have these ones in, only these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go down, can change the background color. Basically put it to percents. It is always in values. Come here on levels, put it in percents, then press OK. Everything will be set as mine right here, same colors and whatever. If the colors are not the same, our main issue is to see these percentages when they are the same. Okay, so when the market is retracing back into the zone, we should always consider the Fibonacci retracement. Why? Because the Fibonacci retracement counts how, as you can hear its name, Fibonacci retracement, and this we are counting a retracement. So how long will the retracement take for it to come back into the zone? Or as you can see, if you draw the Fibonacci from the high to the low, you can see that this zone is below the what? The 50%, which is okay, and your supply zone is also okay. It should be like this. Let me adjust this to right here where the drop started from. So your supply zone should be above the 50% retracement of the Fibonacci, because when the market is retracing back, it should retrace and pass through the 50%. And if you put it right here, you can see it reached almost 50, and then almost it reached 50, because right here we put it just right there, it reached 50 and they started moving down. I'm adjusting it to here because it's where the market started moving down, right here. So our supply zone should be above the 50%. That's where the supply zone should be. This is the 50%, this red line. Okay, so when the market is tracing back, should tap into the zone, the zone should be above 50%. So we consider this zone, we shall consider this one because this one is below, so we shall not consider that. So consider that zone as our supply zone. So the market came, tapped into it, and then started moving down. Our tip is right here, our entry is right there. We can put on them. Yeah, if you have a question about the Fibonacci, text me on WhatsApp. The link for my WhatsApp is down in the description. Yeah, if you have a question. This is a 1 to 8 risk to reward. Yeah, because we have entered right here on this zone, supply zone, and then stop loss above there. Why are we putting our stop loss right there? Just to explain in, we are putting our stop loss right there because above the stop loss there is imbalance, and basically there is imbalance, or what they call fair value gap. And basically if the market is moving, it is always looking for liquidity, and above here the stop loss, there is no liquidity that is near above here. Liquidity which is near is this side, and if we are right, the market will not tap into our stop loss. It will just tap into the entry and then start moving down, looking for this liquidity down below. Hope I'm clear. And then that's the Fibonacci when we are using it on drop based drop setups. So let's go back to rally based rally setups and see. Okay, this one I've just looked on it. This one can be a good rally based rally setup. This can be a good one, though the market didn't retrace very well, but this is a good one. So this is a rally, this upper move from down here to here, rally movement, retracement, another rally movement to the top. Then this is a retracement to cover up this liquidity. Then this is the movement that moved into profits and hits our TP. Our TP is always on the highs that we created. Okay, if you want to know more about why our TP is here, you can go below in my videos, check the video called market structure, how to understand market structure, yeah, in the best way. That's the video. Just you understand why our TP is always right there. So that is the movement. Let me first move this. So our Fibonacci, we draw it from where the rally started from to the recent high, that right there. If the picture is not clear, go to advanced in your picture quality, change and put it to 1080p. Okay, you see a good picture, a very good one, because this is just YouTube, and just change the quality as you want it. Okay, yeah. So rally based rally, market to rally base rally, the market will retrace back into the base and then it will start moving up this side. Am I clear? Hope I'm clear. Our TP long position is always, where's the candle? This should be our candle, sorry. Let's move this. This demand zone is not clear drawn. Remove this and draw it again. Our our entry should be on this candle, this one, that one. Okay, the lower wicks and then the red candle, that one. Why? Because this is an inside bar. If you want to know about inside bars, the videos down below, basics of supply and demand. Yeah, I taught about them, all the candles that we use. So the entry will be like this: risk reward, stop loss. I've told you, if on the zone, just add other 5 pips above the zone. You can put it right there. Then the stop loss, sorry, the TP above on the high, just there on the high. Why? This is liquidity, and this market we always want to take away liquidity above, because the market makers know very well that people put their stop losses right there. The sellers are putting their stop losses right here. That's why this market will buy, hitting our TP and also hitting the stop losses of sellers, because we are buyers, we are buying this market. Hope I'm very loud and clear. So let's go back on the liquidity that we started with. Why? Because as I told you, we just moving one by one, side by side, and explaining one by one, so that the lesson doesn't bore you, and also when you are learning in the best way. So this part, as I told you, there's a liquidity in between this thing. Okay, we started by learning about liquidity, and this is liquidity, all this part. Yeah, so if I check in my lessons, all if you check on the words, sorry, on the notes you first wrote down below when the lesson started, you saw that in the topics there was a topic saying the inverted V and V liquidity, and I said that it will be our main topic today. Yeah, so the inverted V and V liquidity, where does it come from? We first move this. So when the market moves down and then retraces and then moves down, in between this process, this market will always make this kind of a V. We mark it very well so that you can see it very well. That kind of a V is what I'm talking about. So this market made that kind of a V movement. It moved down, then retraced a little bit, making this V movement. What is the use of this V movement, which is called the V liquidity? Yeah. So if you mark that V liquidity on the down below, just like that, we mark the V liquidity. When the market is moving back up into our supply zone, which is this one, it will always have this momentum which is pulling it down, or which is resisting it from coming to our supply zone. So the use of this V liquidity is to make this market not to move, or it is to resist this market not to move above here. And if the market penetrates into this V liquidity and then reaches our zone, it will be weak because it was first resisted right here, and then it used a lot of power to move and also to pass through all of this liquidity was right here. It moved. Remember, every liquidity that you see here, it is like a resistance for this market to move down below. Okay, so for this market to move to reach our zone, it would have passed in all this liquidity, and our main purpose is this liquidity, the V liquidity. When it reaches our supply zone, it will just change direction because it will have this V liquidity setups which will resist it from reaching our zone. And if it penetrates and reaches there, it will be weak. It will be weak to continue on its journey moving up, and then in our supply zone it will change direction and start selling. Okay, hope I've explained that in the right way. Okay, let me see this one. Even right here, if you can check very well, just to add on the explanation, we had a drop, base drop, and then we had this V liquidity right here, right there, which resisted this market. We should use this to mark right there, which resisted this market, and when the market penetrates into the V liquidity, it will tap into the supply zone and then it will start selling right away. And also it was the same thing if you count this as your drop, base drop on the higher time frame. If this is your V liquidity to here to here, first move this to not confuse you, This is our drop, base drop. When the market is retracing back, it will reach this V liquidity, and in most cases, if you are keen on this market, the market will fail to pass through into, or to pass through the V liquidity, because it will be weak, and if it passes through, it will tap in this supply zone and the market will sell right away. This setup, the market didn't reach into the supply zone, and if we use the Fibonacci, you can see very well that this zone was above 50% and had to work, but this free liquidity, the market failed to pass through right here. Okay, so if the market passes through this V liquidity, when it reaches our zone, it will just change direction into profits. Hope I'm clear. Okay, so let's look on the inverted V liquidity. Yeah, inverted V liquidity. On this setup, we have, let me use this, something like this, not very clear, but like that. Just like that. So our main purpose is this upper wick. That is our point of inverted V liquidity. That's where the market should fail to pass through. As you can see, it passed through this inverted V liquidity and then pulled back, passed through it again to reach our zone and then moved upwards. So this is called the inverted V liquidity. It is not clear. I wanted to show you a clear one, so let me just look for another setup. This one might be no. Let me look for, these are very good setups. Rally, base rally, you wait for the market by this inverted V liquidity, refuse this market to reach our zones right there, but that's okay. If you are not seeing setups, please just move on another currency. Let me just do that. Move on another currency, because the currencies are very much many. Okay. This currency is too choppy. Euro JPY. What's wrong with this currency? And it is, I think it is. Is it in a downtrend? Okay. If I move this, move all this. Let's move all this. They should not. So our main purpose is to go to look at this. That is our Fibonacci. Are you guys still watching? If you're still watching, yeah, that's a good sign that you're going to become a very good forex trader, because you are patient, and that's what we need in forex. Okay, let's continue. So this is our zone right here. I'm going to tell you why this market did come back into the zone, because of the inverted V liquidity that was formed right here. You may think that this inverted V liquidity is not good because it refuses the market to reach our zone, but it is very good, because if it is not there, you will not be sure that this market will not pass through your zone. Because if it is not there, there will be no resistance or support, because this one will work as our support, because the market will be passing through, going down. So there will be no support for this market or for your zone. If the zone doesn't have support, it means the zone itself will be the support. So this market, if there's no inverted V liquidity, this market will have to pass through the zone and then take out this liquidity down, then it starts buying. But if we have inverted V liquidity on our side, the inverted V liquidity will first work on it, and then if it refuses it to pass through it, and if it passes through it, it will tap into our demand zone and will buy, and that will be a sniper entry. Our TP will be high above. So these setups have right there and the TP right there. If you get one of these setups, it can work for you for the full week. Just one like this. Okay, yeah, that is the best thing you need. Okay, so what's next? Let me look into my notes right here. If you're still watching, bigger man should like, comment, subscribe. The BMS, the agent highs and agent lows, and manipulation, the candlestick that is made while reaching the zone, the speed the market took to reach back to the zone, all those notice. Okay, right now let me check your questions for those who have them. Let me see what's the questions. Can you please talk a little bit about forex basics? I am in the live, please. Thank you for connecting, man. Please teach me, as I really don't understand the entry point, most especially with the Fibonacci. Okay, let me talk about that. This one was asked that I really don't understand the entry points, mostly that of the Fibonacci. So the Fibonacci basically is just to count how long will the retracement take, because this Fibonacci has levels 70, 79, 88. So our golden zones of the Fibonacci are 70 to 88. Those are the golden zones. But the Fibonacci rules say if the market, let me read them because I have them right here. Fibonacci golden zones. Can you please talk about forex basics? Please, I'm not going to talk about forex basics right now because I talked about them in the recent lesson. I'm sorry for that. You can check the recent live, you can see the forex basics, okay, and also the videos. Fibonacci, where are you? Looking for your rules. Okay, they are here. For the Fibonacci, when in a downtrend, 100% should be at the recent highs and 0% at the recent lows that have been created. When in uptrends, 100% should be at the recent lows and 0% at the recent highs that have been created. Those are the rules, and I think let me show you these rules that I'm talking about, that I've been reading right there. They are right here in the notes. Confirmations, rules that you should follow. Okay, they are not there, I think so. Confirmations, I think I skipped them in writing this down. Okay, so those who are still watching, 21 people are still watching. Thank you for watching. And okay, let's go back to see you. Can you please talk a little about? Thank you for connecting. Let me see all those other questions. I have watched it. Thanks. Thanks for dropping me the PDF for supply and demand zones trading. The PDF is in our Telegram channel. The link is down in the description. Just go in the description. The link is down there. And if I see in the comment section, please stop sending me. I will just watch the. I don't pay for the getting videos. Okay, February inspire in this business. The PDF you share really shows that we are heading towards a goal. Okay. Those with questions should drop them in my WhatsApp inbox. Yeah. Yeah, Karisabri being open names, but still I think I understand. Yeah, my trend for I am selling together. Okay, the market is driven by the big banks, so they can change time frame at any time. To do what you mind to do, and the market can change the time frame. One month for discrete direction, 1 week for strategy, 1 day for full structure, H1 for entry. I understand you. So now it is climb work, that is just through 15 minutes is when you are trying to get the entry point. You can see you had a big chart right down below. So that is the lesson for today, and we shall end it just like that. If you need this lesson, it will be just there on my YouTube. So hope you have subscribed and liked. See you next time.